Hello, everybody, and welcome back to
We're back.
another episode of the Flagrant Talk Sports Podcast. It's been a minute since either of us have said that.
Too long.
Too long, way too long. Before we get into the video, which we are so excited for, AFC, NFC championship predictions. Who's going to win? It's been a crazy season, a crazy postseason. We're
Yup.
excited to break those matchups down, give our picks. But before we get into that, we got to address the elephant in the room. It's been a
Yeah.
minute. 2.5 months,
Almost. Yeah, man. Almost 3.
almost 3 months. So on our end, it's been busy. It's been really busy for both of us. Moses, my brother, graduated from Boise State.
Thank you.
Go
Appreciate it.
locked in. So obviously a pretty big milestone. A lot going on with that.
Yep.
Holiday season kicking in full effect. My birthday. There was a ton going on. Not to excuse the gap, but on our end, that's what's been going on. And then to tack on top of it, StreamYard, who we previously used to stream, hiked those prices up like crazy. And we were trying to find a new home to stream on. We have, and we're excited. We're back. And honestly, better than ever. We have some amazing content coming up soon, coming up as soon as this week. And hopefully this video as well is a banger.
Absolutely. I
We're
couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Just it's good to be back.
So good, man.
Gonna be back in a flow on our normal schedule. So
Mhm.
stay tuned. Flagrant in full swing in 2025. Feels
Absolutely.
good, man. Feels good.
Yeah, this is our year. We're gonna make the most of it. We feel like we've learned a lot since we started, but we've set the bedrock. It's time to get going. As for content, still gonna be the same. You're gonna get 2 videos a week. However, you might see some new stuff.
Yep.
Moses and I are probably going to alternate weekly on solo videos. This could be NBA, NFL, hockey, baseball. I might throw some wrestling stuff in just to see, test the waters. So if wrestling is something you do want me to talk about, please let me know.
Yeah.
I was going to do a Royal Rumble video that might end up getting scrapped to stick to kind of mainstream content that you can expect. But we'll see. We've got a lot that we can work with, but 2 videos a week, hold us to it,
Yep.
get on our ass.
Yep.
You know, that's big for us. We want to stay consistent. So
For sure, and experiment a little bit in the new year. See what
absolutely.
areas we can dive into and talk about on this channel, because obviously it is a sports podcast, as you guys can see, but we got a lot of hobbies. We like a lot of things, so we'll see where it goes. Yep.
Absolutely, and we're happy to be here. And without further ado, with the Yap Fest out of the way,
Let's do it, man.
it's playoff time, and we're kicking it off in the NFC. The Commanders, a staple of this channel.
Dude, the lore. The Commanders lore comes back to bite us.
Mo, we've got to eat. We got to eat some crow, brother.
Serious crow.
This is a Commanders team we actively have made fun of
for no reason.
It's almost like we made a joke. We posted a reel about it. It was funny. And then it kind of became like this ongoing thing. And this season, we both picked them last in the NFC East. Both. Comfortably. I went back to our video and we're like, we would be shocked if they did anything.
Man, here we are. Yeah.
And they're a game away from the Super Bowl, taking on a divisional opponent in the Philadelphia Eagles in Philly. My God, man. I what a season for Commanders fans. Congrats. Jaden Daniels. That brother is one of a kind, man.
Might be. We've been talking about it off camera. Yeah. Could be the greatest rookie quarterback season we have ever seen in the history of the NFL.
like, without being hyperbolic, that is what it feels like. He is, we're coming off of last year with CJ Stroud, and that season was incredible.
Yeah.
One of the
Historic.
best, yeah, historic as well.
Yep.
Like Pro Bowler, solidified. And Daniels has come out and surpassed that. Like one of a kind. And we talked about him during the draft. He was a guy I was big on, but I was so scared of big hits, man. He
Yep.
is, for better or worse, he will do anything for an extra yard. He will put his body on the line. He'll take a
Mm-hmm.
hit. He's
Mm-hmm.
willing to stay in bounds, tiptoe, risking getting decked in the ribs,
Yep.
chopped at the legs to get that first down. And he has played so well, so smart, knowing when to escape a pocket. The Commanders have done a good job of protecting him, a really
Mm-hmm.
good job.
Yeah.
And so it's been perfect. I'm so happy for this Commanders team.
Yeah, man. We like you said, had no faith in this roster,
No,
but they had faith in themselves,
they
some,
did.
new coaching, new energy in the building, and the Commanders are a one win away, as you said, from the Super Bowl, which
Yeah.
neither of us foresaw. I'm sure many Commanders fans didn't
No.
see this, but it is such just an amazing story, and
Yeah.
this game, man.
It's gonna be a banger. And on the flip side, the Philadelphia Eagles, after last season, what a collapse. What a total collapse. Those final 7 or so weeks of the regular season, and then leading into that loss against Tampa in the playoffs. I I
Abysmal.
s I thought it was over. I thought they were gonna hit the reset button, fire Sirianni,
Yep.
gut the team, no more Kelsey there to solidify that O-line. I thought it was gonna be a complete rebranding, and they didn't. They added, this running back, he's pretty good.
He's all right.
He's okay. I mean, if I'm the Giants, I'm really happy I didn't pay him because, man, he's looked terrible this year.
Dude, yeah, it's crazy seeing. I'm just gonna hop on the Giants real quick. Sorry. It's crazy seeing the clip of Joe Sheen's son saying, we should trade up and draft Jaden Daniels, Dad. Like that would be cool. Like he's really good. Oh yeah, son, that's funny. Oh. And Philly, they're totally out on Saquon. Last I heard, they're not gonna pay that price. And here we are in the NFC Championship.
Yeah,
10-1 at home.
dude.
Saquon just breaking off a big run every game, no matter who he's playing. It is like you said, the O-line, expecting them to take a step back. Still, if not one of the best O-lines in National Football League. Like this team, I like you thought it was over, thought they should have fired Sirianni, thought
Yep.
it was time for a reset. But clearly they had a plan, and it is worked out for them. So
Yeah. Dude, I think for me too is Saquon deserves a ton of credit. Obviously, he is the biggest addition of this season. Period. Like
100%.
biggest impact. Everything. Derrick Henry, obviously in Baltimore, right up there with him. But he is the biggest and best addition of the year. However, I gotta show some love to the big fellas, man.
Defense.
They're this line, this offensive line is able to make it so Saquon can get 4 or 5 yards untouched. Like you or I could go out and do it. The O-line is that solid. They are so good in the trenches without Kelsey. Like that was such a big lost. This is a Hall of Famer on that line
Yep.
that is gone. And their ability to instill that confidence, like Saquon is able to rattle off. We saw it last week, that 70-yard tutty. He's able to do these things without being touched. And that is so big. It's able to add, it's helps his body for
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
like not taking those hits. Yes, he's this good of a running back. He's always been. And then you think about what if he was in Philly this whole time?
They probably would have won last year, man.
He he might be the greatest running back ever. Like if he had this line his whole career,
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. So this is a incredible running back, obviously, but I gotta give love to that O line
Mhm.
that is making his life easier, man.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's a perfect marriage in Philadelphia.
100%. And I apologize. I jumped the gun when you said big
Yeah,
guys.
yeah,
I was thinking of obviously the O line deserves the credit, but
yep,
Jalen Carter has been maybe the best nose guard in football this
yep.
season.
I agree.
Um, just an absolute game wrecker. And with the additions, Cooper DeJean, other guy, the defense for the Eagles has just been, they've been, dude, Darius Slay
Dude,
still doing it, man.
still.
Still.
Yep. Yep.
Like, it is just, it's crazy. This team, they have all the things in front of them for this year to be the year. They
Yep.
just got to get it done, man.
They do. I think this is it would kind of be perfect to go for like both of these teams had such crazy paths to getting to this spot.
Yeah.
And it's so cool to see them collide. And now it's for all the marbles, man. Like this is it.
Mhm.
Getting into some of the stats and things like that. These teams met in Philadelphia back on November 14th. The Eagles walked out with a 26-18 victory in that game.
Yep.
And they most recently played December 22nd, but the game is a little odd because there was no Jalen Hurts. The Commanders walked out with a 36-33 victory at home.
Yep.
Jaden Daniels in that game threw 5 passing touchdowns. 5. He also leads the NFL postseason in passing yards. This kid is as good as advertised and better.
100%.
So the most previous game is a little hard to judge. They had Kenny Pickett in the game, but man, they still put up a fight.
Yeah.
They were still right there. Both of these being one-score games and close. I expect this one, based off of the line as well, to be the exact same. I would not be surprised if this is a final team that has the ball wins it.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be that close of a battle. Man, I'm so excited to see how this game plays out.
Dude, I totally agree. I think this line is perfect. It's going to be a close game.
Yep.
Just going off the Jaden Daniels leading in the playoffs, 283.5 yards passing per game, highest. That's a team average. Obviously, it's him. Highest alive in the playoffs, and 415 yards per game as a team, highest remaining in the playoffs as well. So we know what the offense can do. Defense is going to be the big question mark. Can they slow down Saquon? Because you can't stop him. Can you slow him down? Can you do something with your fronts? Can you figure out a way to stop this unit that the Eagles have on offense? It's going to be the deciding question to this game.
The first time they met, Saquon Barkley had 198 yards and 2 touchdowns. Those are Madden stats.
Yeah.
Those are our Madden stats on 26 carries.
Yep.
When they met on December 22nd, he had 150 yards and 2 tutties. So the fact he's putting up 2 touchdowns a game on average, against this Commanders team. You can almost pencil in him for 1. Right?
I believe I heard this morning on the Pat McAfee show. Sorry if I'm attributing this incorrectly, but I
Yeah.
believe Saquon has the highest line for rushing yards in playoff history this game. I believe it's like 160 something.
Dude.
It's like the highest ever.
And I
still
would
might
probably
go
take the over.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
it's kind of like your boy Genty. It was
Yep.
kind of like that all year, where it's like, dude,
Yep.
his line is 190. Yeah, I'm still gonna go over.
Yep.
Like it's that level of talent
At the
for
professional
him.
level is insane. Like
You
don't see it.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
No, you don't see it, especially when these teams are actively scouting Saquon. That Hurts is incredible. Don't get it twisted. That receiving core is very good.
Yep.
But
Biggest
you
run of his career in the playoffs last.
yes,
Yeah.
you have to stop Saquon.
We'll see his knee. We'll see how his knee is though.
And
That's
perfect segue. Like we never left.
Yep.
Injuries. Have to talk about those for both teams. The big one for the Eagles is Jalen. He's dealing with a knee issue. According to Sirianni, he's been able to do walkthroughs and practice this week. He's going to play.
100%.
Don't think for a single second that Hurts isn't. He could play on one knee. He's going out there. He is a tough cookie, man. He's not missing this game. So that's the big one. Dallas Goedert has been dealing with an illness. Again, he's playing. There's no chance. He caught 4 passes for 56 yards against the Rams last week.
Yeah.
For the Commanders, the big one is on that offensive line. Right guard Sam Cosmi tore his ACL, and this is a very, very big loss. This is an interior lineman who has done amazing this year with protecting Daniels. Honestly, this could be the difference in the game.
Yeah, especially with how good that Eagles defensive front has been.
It's so good, man. But like this Eagles team is so complete, and we talked about it at the start of the year. You picked the Eagles to win the division and make the playoffs, and I was nervous because on paper, there's no denying the talent at all. But it was the coaching, it was the vibe. It really boiled down to me.
Yeah.
The vibes were not right going into this year. And I will happily be wrong that no, they picked it together. And I think Saquon's impact on not just that offense, not just running the football, but in that locker room as a leader, as a vet, as a winner, elevates everyone on that team.
And Pennsylvania just freaking loves Saquon. Dude. From college, cooking at Penn State, coming back, they welcomed him with open arms, and they just, he has just really changed the energy in Philly. Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, it's amazing. Now to set up our picks.
Yep.
The Eagles have gone on a crazy run. In their last 15 games, they've won 14. They're on a burner right now.
Yeah.
And their one loss, funny enough, is to the Commanders.
Yep.
in that game that Hurts only threw 4 passes in.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Commanders, not too shabby themselves, have not lost a game since November.
Yeah.
Winning 7 straight, and 4 of those being on the road.
Yep.
So
back-to-back
team,
postseason road wins. Yep.
That's that confidence that this instills is great. Both of these teams are hot, and they're hot at the right time. And over the course of their winning streak for the Commanders, 31.3 points per game. That Lions game up there for game of the year for me, amazing.
Yeah.
There was nothing Dan Campbell and that Lions team could do to stop him. Nothing.
Which is obviously they were banged up, but they've been getting it done with that unit the whole time until Washington strolled into Detroit.
Yep.
So you can just throw all that out the window because whatever happens on Sunday, man, like the Commanders could come out and blow Philly out of the
Bro, this game is I think it'll be close. I absolutely think it'll be close. These are two teams on fire.
Yep.
But with the way these offensives play, they both have guys who up their offensive ceiling because Saquon can rattle off a 70-yard run.
Mm-hmm.
Daniels can scramble for 40 yards.
Yep.
He can create outside the pocket and let it rip to Scary Terry, who's been great in this postseason too.
So good.
Continues to be underrated.
Yeah. It's so fire to see him in the games that matter so people can know because, he's been this guy.
We have talked about it. We have championed Scary Terry on this channel as like he would get more Mike Evans, I think, type love. I'm 100%. Taking Mike Evans over him, but he would get similar love if he was in the playoffs more consistently.
Here it is, man.
I'm so happy he's on the biggest stage, and I expect this game, he's got to be a big factor again.
Yep.
If they're going to pull off this, to me, upset.
Agreed.
Over the Eagles.
Agreed, man. Only one matchup between these teams in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And that happened in 1991 when the Commanders were under a different name. In the NFC wild card, they won 20-6.
Wow.
So, dude, his history's on their side.
History is on their side. I do love too. I love when divisional teams meet in the playoffs. There's a different feeling to those games of like, obviously the Commanders and Eagles aren't like a big blown rivals today, I wouldn't say.
Yeah.
Mainly because the Commanders haven't been good for the past couple of years. So to see this, I hope this ignites that. And so next year, when we see these two square off twice, I'm circling those on the calendar. Like, these are must see. I need to sit down and tune in because these are going to be bangers.
Yep.
So I can't wait. And without further ado, let's make our picks.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first? Do you want me to
just winner? No. You giving score or are you doing just winner?
Let's do score too.
All right.
I don't know either. I didn't write one down.
I didn't write one down.
This is
on the fly. This is on the
fly.
Is vibes. As hard as this is for me, I obviously I'm kind of glad we haven't been recording because I probably would have said Detroit is my Super Bowl pick.
I agree.
So it's hard for me to see the Commanders go into Detroit, perform how they did, and then immediately pick against them the next game. Yep. But when you're going up against this Eagles team, 10-1 at home, like firing on all cylinders, obviously the Hurts injuries, it's worrying, but he didn't come out. He kept playing. As you said, been participating in walkthroughs, all that.
Yep.
I got the Eagles winning this game. Dude, I feel like it might be another shootout.
I think so too.
Like a 40. Let me go 45-42 Eagles.
Listen, man, I'm not mad at the scoring. I think this game is going to be high octane.
That is an insane total. But I'm sending it. I'm sending
that one is very high. But after what I've seen these teams do, I'm not putting anything past them. Like,
dude, I'm changing it. 35-28 is my final prediction.
Perfect. I have circled one stat, and I really do think this is the difference maker. The Commanders have allowed about 138 yards per game in the regular season rushing.
Rushing, yep.
They gave up over 200 last week, over 8 yards per carry. To me, even if Hurts isn't 100%, and at this point in the season, no player's 100%. In a game like in any sport, but especially football.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Eagles to go to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
I've got them winning 31-28.
I like it.
And I think this sets up very nicely. It builds confidence in Daniels, sets the Commanders up for a great year next year, similar to the Texans this season. I think Washington is going to really grow as a destination for free agents, and
100%.
and they're able to fill out this roster, man. If I'm a receiver, if I'm a Cooper Kupp, right, who might want out of LA. I know that was rumored this season.
Yeah.
And those are now kind of being brought up as we look at Matt Stafford. If I'm a Coop, I'm looking at the Commanders.
You know what I just thought of? Just because you said receivers, Higgins to Washington.
That was my second name. That was my second.
Oh my gosh, man!
Higgins and Terry.
Oh.
Dude, like
it's scary. It's getting scary.
So, I think even if the Commanders lose, what a success of a season! What a story! And hopefully, this is building block number one.
Yeah.
Of what is going to get you into the Super Bowl and winning one in Daniel's tenure as a quarterback.
Yep, absolutely.
And now, with that one out of the way, on to the AFC. We have the Buffalo Bills squaring off against Kansas City. -2 for Kansas City at home, which means if this was a road game, the Bills would be favorited.
Yeah.
So it felt like these two teams have been destined to meet again.
Yep.
It's the hurdle that the Bills have not been able to get over, that any team has not been able to get over in the Mahomes era, really.
Yep.
Besides Brady. And
man, I'm sorry. I had a Snapchat memory pop up the other day of the Patriots beating the Chiefs, and I don't think it was it might have been the championship to go to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm a young little kid. I don't really was talking trash. Oh, this Patrick Mahomes guy, like better like next year, buddy. Little did I know it'd be the next 5 to 10 years that he's going to torment the AFC entire NFL. But anyway,
dude, he's amazing. The thing with the Bills, Josh Allen in his time in Buffalo, 4-1 against Kansas City in the regular season, 0-3 in the postseason. Honestly, they've handed Kansas City their only loss on the year. I'm not counting that last week game against Denver. The Chiefs didn't play anyone.
Yeah.
So I'm throwing that away.
Yep.
But the Bills are the only team to have beaten them.
Yep.
And they've got their chance going into Arrowhead. I've got one to tee us off. I've got a question for you.
Okay.
What team do you think is under more pressure? Do you think it's the Chiefs to three-peat, or do you think it's Buffalo to break through?
To me, without a doubt, it's Buffalo.
I agree.
Just going through it, you said the playoff record, 2021 AFC Championship, 38-24, Kansas City. 2022 AFC Divisional, the rule change game, 42-36, Chiefs in overtime. 2024 AFC Divisional, 27-24 Chiefs, man. If I'm Sean McVay, that's literally all I need to put up in the locker room. We know what this is. We know what this is about. It's that bed. It's that demon under your bed. When you're a kid, you hide under the covers. Can't escape it. it is the Bills need to win this game, or else,
bro. And we said this last year too. Like,
yep.
last year was the time to beat Kansas City. The time
Yeah.
for every team. I'm not only getting on the Bills, but for every team, that was your opportunity because we
100%.
knew this year they were going to be better.
Yep.
And they are.
Yep.
And so I'm fairly certain. I feel like I saw this on CBS. Mahomes is now tied with Joe Montana for playoff wins all time. And I believe he's tied for second behind this guy, Tom Brady, who had 35 playoff wins. I believe Mahomes is at 16.
And he's what, 29?
Yeah. How old is Mahomes?
Sorry, I have a computer right in front of me, but
No, I don't. I feel like 20, 28, 20. Yeah, you're right. 29. Turned 29 in September.
Dude, it's silly. It's like he just sees the game at a different level. And yeah, it sucks, the flopping and the whatever. He's being smart. He's playing smart.
Dude,
he knows what he's gonna get. They're starting to catch on, but you can't really knock a guy for being the best at what he does. Like it sucks, but I was there, man, as a Pats fan. I understood. I was getting all the hate. And now I see it. Now I understand. Now I can appreciate the greatness that we see.
Yeah. It's it is, man. For the Chiefs, it is so funny to see them as this team everyone, no offense, wanted to see beat New England. They wanted to see it. They're like, dethrone them. Brady's done. Get this Belichick era. It's over. Let's go Kansas City. They win one. Nice. It's the Jay-Z line. Dark Knight villain, die and be a hero, or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. That's what Kansas City is now, man. They're the team. I'm included. I don't want to see them back in the Super Bowl. Not because I'm anti-Kansas City, not because Mahomes isn't an all-time great. For no reason. It's not because I hate this team. I just want to see other teams in this. I want to see Allen play in a Super Bowl. I want to see another team win it.
Yeah.
Period. My team is not there. My team didn't even get close to being there. But I want to see another team do it. But reality is, like, they've been the best team all year.
Yeah, I have a couple stats that I want to give out right before our picks.
Yeah.
But it's just they're like it's hard to talk about because what are we supposed to say? It's been the same old story.
Like the Kansas City is going for their 5th Super Bowl in 6 years. Appearance. Sorry. 5th Super Bowl appearance in 6 years. Like, they're ridiculous. This is a dynasty already. Even if they don't win it, this is a dynasty we're in. We went from New England to Kansas City.
Yep.
And I think it's
just doesn't matter who he's playing with. They're still got Travis, obviously, and finally starting to get going a little bit after his worst regular season, I'd say, in his career. But like it really doesn't matter who he's got to throw the ball to. He's gonna find a way, play the right way, defensively as well. Spags needs to be, he needs to go down as one of the greatest defensive coordinators because this defense, man, they've just been for years. No one can figure it out how to beat them, how to it just Chris Jones, all those guys, man, they're just dogs.
They're so complete. And it feels like, too, anytime we think it's over for Kansas City, oh, Tyreek is gone. Well, now the offense is going to struggle. Oh, Chris Jones is sitting out because of the contract dispute. This is the end. What a big piece to lose. Anytime any of these things happen, Kelsey is falling off a cliff. Finally, they come together. Like, they haven't turned the ball over since week 11 against Buffalo. Not thrown a pick, not fumbled, nothing. Since week 11. That they don't make mistakes. They don't lose themselves games. Like, that is the biggest thing. Buffalo has to take the game from them because Kansas City will not lose it.
Yeah.
Like, Mahomes isn't going to go out there and throw 3 picks. He won't do it.
Yeah, man. You need a big play on special teams. You need something. Yes. You're right. You have to generate your win because the Chiefs aren't going to hand it over to you.
I guess, I've been kind of doom and gloom about Buffalo's odds, but don't for a second think I've counted them out. Like, Allen, to me, second in MVP. I still think Lamar is one, even with that loss. But Allen is having an amazing year, continues to dominate. And this Bills team, you feel like they're playing for all of those playoff losses. Like, they really feel that confidence of, like, this is our year. That win against Kansas City in Buffalo, that was so big. That's a playoff win for them. That is a confidence building. We can do it. And they know they can. They beat them in the regular season. Plenty. Like, you can beat them. You can beat them in Arrowhead. It's not over. James Cook, amazing.
Yeah.
Season. Amazing. Yeah. Like,
Khalil
he has
Shakir, man.
Yes, Khalil. Shout out Boise State.
Yep.
He was great against Baltimore. He had some really big catches down there in the red zone for Buffalo. So
I forgot in the 2024 matchup against the Chiefs, he caught a touchdown. In that playoff game. Like, it's definitely not like we can just roll over the Bills, but like, it's so hard when you're facing Goliath. It's literally, this is Goliath, man. Like,
yes. This is the immovable object that continues to sit in your way.
Yep.
And you have to keep hitting that wall until hopefully you break through it. Which sets us up. Mo, what do we got? What are we thinking? Who is your pick to make it to the Super Bowl?
So my stat, yes, Buffalo has beaten the Chiefs this year. I agree. They're only lost because that last one doesn't count.
Yep.
Every loss this year for Buffalo, 13-4, has come on the road. While the Chiefs are a perfect 9-0 at home. As much as I would love to pick Buffalo, and I wouldn't be surprised if they came out, won this game, finally get over the hump this year, as the journalist I am coming to you guys today, I'm not ready to turn the keys over. Give me the Chiefs. 28-24.
We have said this over and over and over and over and over and over and over every time we talk about Kansas City. I will pick them in any game against any opponent until they give me a solid reason not to. That doesn't mean this isn't the reason. This could be the game.
Very solid reason to.
Yeah, like don't get it confused. I am not counting Buffalo out. I do not want it to come off as we are out on Buffalo. It's more of I cannot see Kansas City losing. I can't. I can't. Like they're so good. I get being annoyed with the flopping. I get being annoyed. And I think too a lot of people like Buffalo is the or excuse me, going back to the Eagles, they're the betting favorite to win the Super Bowl. And I think the biggest reason for that is a lot of people it's fatigue. It
Yeah.
happens for awards, it happens for titles, it happens for everyone. You want to see the new thing win. Anyone else. But that doesn't make it a reality. That doesn't mean that the Eagles are the best team in football.
Yep.
I'm taking Kansas City 28-20.
Yeah. I mean,
And
like Buffalo, yeah, they beat the Ravens. They're a
yeah,
2-point conversion away from going to overtime and losing the game. They won the turnover battle 3-0.
yep,
2 fumble recoveries, 1 pick, or that might be 2. I should have wrote down. Either
yep.
way, 3-0, and they still only won by 2 points. Like, and I can guarantee you, I will. I don't know what I'll do if this happens, but if the Chiefs turn the ball over 3 times on Sunday, I have to do it something. Well, you can put that in the comment. I'll do
Yeah,
something.
it won't happen.
That's what I'm saying.
It
Please,
will
yeah.
not happen.
They're not turning the ball over 3 times. So,
No, I don't know if they'll turn it over once.
yep.
Genuinely. And this like they have it. They history and what I've seen from them since week 11 is they are incapable of turning the ball over right now. That doesn't mean they won't on Sunday.
Yep.
At least one. But my god, man, like how do you stop this team?
It's insane. We'll see maybe Sunday. We'll see if
We'll
they can
see.
come up with the answer for us because no one has it yet.
All I know is I'm so excited. Both of these games are amazing. I
Peak.
like this one because it felt predictable.
Yep.
And like it was going to be Chiefs and either Bills or Ravens. It felt like that all year
Yeah.
in the AFC title.
Yeah.
In the NFC, I love the unpredictability. I love that the Commanders are a game away from the Super Bowl with a rookie quarterback.
So crazy, dude.
Having a year.
He has. A rookie quarterback's won the Super Bowl?
There's no way. I want to say
Nope.
no.
No rookie
Okay.
quarterback has ever won the Super Bowl as a starter.
Okay. Yeah. Like it. I love that the Commanders are that close, and I love the redemption story for the Eagles that could be fully complete if they were to play Kansas City and
Dude.
win it against them
Yeah.
after losing the previous time. That would this whole season for Philly would be the you put a bow on it. It's a
Yep.
Disney story.
Yes. Yep.
Like it would be this perfect little thing. And then you got the hungry Commanders out of nowhere, no one predicting. It's amazing. This season's been great. But yeah, we both have Eagles, Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
It's like, yeah, sorry guys, we didn't really do anything too special, but I don't really think there's a reason to.
No,
Yeah.
no. So, with that being said, let us know your picks. Who do you have winning the Super Bowl? What game are you more excited for? Are you rooting against someone? Are you rooting for a team? Is your team still alive? That must be a good feeling. Whatever it is, let us know in the comments. We're so happy to be back. We have
So
another video coming up next week, an NBA video
Yup.
on the OKC Thunder. So we're excited to record that. Both of us were in our Celtic stuff by accident.
Probably shouldn't have been. They don't deserve to, but
that's another video.
That's another. Yep.
But we're so happy to be back.
Yep.
And before we go,
You know what it is, man.
You
I
know
forgot,
what it
but you know what it is.
I remembered 5 minutes ago and went, damn, I did not pick a song.
You're tough.
So I'm going off top. I'm
Okay.
going with the song that was removed off of the album title name that I cannot say on YouTube by
Okay.
West Side Gun.
Yep.
Uh Undertaker versus Goldberg.
Mm.
Amazing song. I love the
Mm.
beat flip when they roll out Goldberg's intro and then they roll out the Undertaker's intro. Like, oh my god, it's
Mm.
so good. It's removed off streaming, so you got to go to YouTube or any of those other places to find it. But what an amazing song. So
I
that's
love
what
it.
we got.
I gotta tap in. I haven't heard that one.
Yeah.
For me, I was listening to this one earlier today. I got some old Kendrick for you. Barbed
Good
Wire.
pick. Oh, dude. Great pick, Mo.
Thanks, man. Coming out hot, returning in 2025.
Hmm.
Just an amazing. I like I remember hearing this when I was younger, and then like it
Yeah.
wasn't in my roto for a while until like
Hmm.
probably a couple months ago. So shout out Kendrick, man. Been doing it since the 2010s. But prior.
Go. And what an exciting Super Bowl performance we've got.
Yep.
That's my Super Bowl
Yep.
because since my team's not here, at least I got my boy.
I gotta watch the trailer. I saw that dropped.
Yeah, dude. SZA gonna be the guest. It makes sense.
Yep.
SZA and him have collabed more in the since Kendrick left TDE than when he was on it. But whatever. I don't know how that adds up at all.
Makes
Um,
sense.
but here we are.
Yep.
But I'm excited for that. We'll have to make our because we did it last year with Rihanna.
Ooh, yes.
We'll have to make
Yes.
our playlist of what we think Kendrick's gonna perform ahead of our Super Bowl video.
Love it. Yep, totally.
Can't wait. All right. Well, thank you all for being back. We will see y'all in the next
We
video.
don't have that
Love y'all.
anymore, but love y'all.
No, but thank you for sticking around, and we'll see you in the next video.
Later, everyone.
Peace out.